Travelling to away games has never been easier, especially with Rocket Mobile.
Unlimited data, unlimited everything in the UK. When you leave the UK, it's 20 gig of roaming data. Life is very easy.
£16 a month, no hassle.
How you doing?
You're doing all right? And this is what you get in Europe. Hello. Turn the others. Oh, no. It's a man. Lee, you're the man.
We're quite surprised that Chelsea sort of were very pragmatic to start off the game. And you made a point about us last year when we were 1-0 down against PSG.
Yeah, it was 1-0 down against PSG. Obviously, good Ousmane Dembele goal. Obviously, he went away to Parc des Princes. First 20 minutes was on them. I remember I was sitting in a pub. We was on top of them. We was booking flights to Munich, all of that. We was thinking, yeah, should be 3-0 up. And that's exactly how Chelsea should have played today, because also last year we had no striker. That's why we didn't end up polishing any of our chances. But if Chelsea came and done the same thing, who knows? It could have been a game. But at the end of the day, we chased it at Stamford Bridge. We went 3-1 up. We shouldn't have let go on natural, get them back in it. But hey-ho. But big shout out to Arteta. He kept it, locked it down today. Right substitutions at the right times. Bringing Havertz on at the end. Just polished it off, man. Perfect way to win the game.
Yeah, it was a perfect way to win the game. And that you mentioned in the Champions League, we will face these type of games in the Champions League as well, won't we?
Yeah, 100%. To be fair, I was saying it to my friends the other day. I don't see one team in the Champions League that does us over two legs. I don't know what team does us over two legs. At home, 3-1 against Bayern. PSG, we know we can do them. Real Madrid as well over two legs last season. We done them. We're only better from last year. I honestly don't see what team does us over two legs. Obviously, we don't know about injuries and stuff like that. Saka's gone out. Obviously, we've still got Dalman to come back as well. Big creative player in the midfield. Hopefully, end of the season. I got a little bet on for the quad as well. £3. Got £3 on the start of the season, and now we're 40-1. When I put it on, 150-1. So yeah, hopefully that comes
Serious?
through. Yeah.
You put it on at the start of the season.
Yeah, because my logic was that parade. If we do it, we've done the quad, and I've also got money to spend on the parade dance. So I'm thinking, calm, but hopefully get it across the line, innit?
I love that. If you get my man in here, what do you make of the game today? I mean, it's massive for us.
Yeah, it's a very good way to tell our haters, especially Paul Scholes in Manchester United. I think he needs to sit down and reflect how this current Arsenal is playing. Look at the game today. Chelsea came in. You are two. It was 3-2. 3-2. What I expect from them is to come and attack Arsenal. You understand? But they were sitting back, having that mindset, okay, when they get to the second half, just the way they used to play, they'll bring in more attackers and see what they can do. But they forgot we have Gabriel Magalhaes. They forgot we have William Saliba. They forgot Nkapie was in the pitch. And they forgot Yuri Timber, the pastor, is on the pitch.
Pastor?
Yes, he's a pastor. You understand? He's a preacher. You understand? So for me, I think they got it wrong at the first half of the game. You're supposed to come in and attack. Of course, the coach knows that they cannot come toe-to-toe with Arsenal, because when they come, the mindset of Arteta will switch into what Arsene Wenger used to play, because no team this season can come toe-to-toe with Arsenal and play. So what they do is to sit back and see if they can counter. You understand? But Arteta has switched on. He has removed his hand from the break. So Arsenal has to go forward from today and see how many of the titles they can grab this season.
Okay. What about you? I mean, I'm still buzzing. I mean, that was outstanding today, wasn't it? To get to Wembley. You know, we talk about tonight's game, but it was done over two legs. And where we did the hard work was at Stamford Bridge.
Honestly, what I think is that Stamford Bridge, I think we should have won that. We should not concede those 2 goals to Garnacho. I think that was a disgrace. But apart from today, right, I was really happy how Chelsea didn't look like they were going to win. They played for a draw, I would say. And first half, I thought Arsenal were a bit, dull with, Gyökeres. He didn't do that much in the first half. Second half, I would say, we upped the tempo a little bit. But in the last 10 minutes, I think we sat back a little. That's when Chelsea started to attack. And then over the ball, Declan Rice, Kai Havertz, last minute goal. I came from Scotland today, right, and I thought, it's going to be a 0-0, This is my first Oscar game as well. And then King Kai, last minute, I was buzzing, man, honestly.
It was brilliant, that last minute goal, wasn't it?
Oh, man, like everyone around me jumping and stuff,
Can we win it?
Carabao Cup, I think, if we get Man City, I think we have a better chance of beating them rather than Newcastle.
Serious?
Why
is that?
I just think that, Arteta, obviously, he's won every final he's been in since Arsenal. But I just think Newcastle, last year when they beat Liverpool, I think Newcastle turned up in cup finals. But I think this is a very big stepping stone for Arsenal. We need to win this Carabao Cup, right? This will mean like a big stepping stone for the Premier League, Champions League, FA Cup this season. I think we'll win the Premier League, Champions League. I think we could win it, right? But you never know. FA Cup, obviously, you're still in the fourth, third rounds. But there's still a long way to go to the season. It's only February. And but yeah, really good with it. I'm really happy with the performance today. Really good.
And let me get a final word on you. What did you make of it? I mean, we're through to Wembley.
We're in Wembley, baby. That's what matters. No, like for me, one thing I've noticed for this team over the past couple of weeks and months probably is like maturity, and I think that's how I've seen people talking about the performance tonight. I think I've seen a real level of maturity from Wenger, but also the players. I think after the Man United loss, how he's come out and how he kind of controlled.
I'll tell you mean.
Sorry, yeah,
you said
sorry.
Wenger.
I say yeah. The old days after when he came out and controlled the media to kind of say, look, these players, he's going to get around them, build them up, like not to put too much pressure on them. There's so much criticism that's been put on the club, like from outside the fan base, from outside the club. And I think we're showing that level of maturity, right? People have had so many question marks over what we can do. We failed at the semi-final stage so many times in the past. We've got across that line, right? So I think we just need to keep focus, keep momentum. But tonight, I think, like I said, that maturity came through. We controlled this game immaculately. Like, this is typically what I want to see, how we set up in the Champions League game. Like you were saying earlier, teams are going to come here. We've seen it throughout the Premier League, low blocks and but in Champions League, we're not going to be able to do that. Tonight, Chelsea couldn't afford to do that. I don't know what Rossini was playing out with the tactics, but they didn't cause us any problems, right? We didn't lay a glove on us throughout the entire night. They had more possession, but we didn't look under pressure at all throughout the game. And like I said, that's that level of maturity that we probably didn't have 2 or 3 seasons ago.
Can we win the final?
Yeah, I mean, I think, look, the final's a final, right? Like I said, I'm glad to get to Wembley. I think on any day we can take any team in Europe, right? So I'm confident we're going to get to the final. I've been saying for weeks and for months that we're going to win the Premier League. And as people said, right, this can be a catalyst for us. We've seen it in seasons gone past with other teams. But the final's in March. There's so many games between now and March. Like, we need to put this to bed now. Focus back in the league. We've got Sunderland here on Saturday. Let's not get carried away, but something for the fans to look forward to, for Arteta to look forward to. I'm sure he's not going to allow the teams to get carried away. Let's buckle down, focus in the league. We've got Wigan coming, get back in the FA Cup, and just slowly chip away, right? There's so much we can do. There's, like I said, so much momentum around the club right now. You could see it from the outside the club. Everybody's coming at us, right? It doesn't matter what we do, who we win, whether it's corners, whether it's not corners, whether it's not open goal. They're coming for us. Yep. Let's just keep that level of maturity, keep that level of confidence. And like I said, yeah, in the final, Newcastle, Man City, let's bring it, right? I think,
So we think we'll win it?
100%. Yeah,
we'll win it?
Of course, 100%.
Yeah.
We'll win it?
Yeah, we're gonna win it easily.